How do I deal with a very slow second serve that just kind of sits up there, has no pace on it? I tend to overhit and miss those shots. So there are two aspects to this. Number one, you say that you overhit, so this is about targets and strategy. Here's the mindset that you need to have. That really weak second serve is coming in, and what you want to do is you want to hit a high percentage aggressive shot. You don't want to hit a winner. Most players see this ball and they're like, well, I gotta hit a winner off of that. And then they usually go too close to the line or just over hit in general. Okay, this game is about playing the percentages. Your opponent has given you a weak shot. Now you play a high percentage aggressive shot with the goal of your opponent being in a very defensive situation afterwards, not with the goal of you hitting a winner. So this is a very important mindset. To me, there are no winners in tennis. A winner is simply a high percentage aggressive shot that your opponent didn't get to. So I see that serve, I hit a high percentage aggressive shot, I go for a target that looks something like this, okay? So I'm leaving a margin of error, I'm hitting a high percentage aggressive shot, and then I see what happens. Hopefully, maybe my opponent doesn't get to it, maybe my opponent returns a really weak shot, maybe I can come into the net. We'll see what happens afterwards, but the goal is to hit a high percentage aggressive shot. So that's the first aspect to this. The second aspect, dealing with these slow serves really shows you whether or not you have good technique on your forehand or backhand. Why? These kind of really slow serves with no speed on it are really, it's not a return of serve anymore, it's really a forehand or a backhand that you have to hit, and this is very much a similar situation that you have when you're in a rally and somebody gives you that really weak short ball. Can you generate pace on that shot? If you can't, then most likely your technique is not very good. So players that have poor technique on the forehand and backhand, they can often block the ball back, they can take the speed, so if somebody hits a good serve at you with speed, you can block it back and you're like, yeah, I can return that. But when somebody gives you that really weak, soft ball, you can't put any pace on it, that usually tells you that you have to work on your forehand and backhand technique. So that's really the second aspect. The last thing I want to point out here, so if that's the case, then of course you have to work on your forehand and backhand technique. Last thing I want to point out here, you have to see these really weak second serves as an invitation to approach to the net. Okay, if somebody gives you that really weak short second serve, you're already way inside the court. Hit an approach shot. It doesn't have to be a winner. You can even slice it, and then when you come in, you're going to be very close to the net, and that's going to make it very difficult for your opponent to pass you, and you're in a very strong position. So consider approaching off of these really weak second serves as well.